We can do this as a sound check thing.
Okay.
Are we on?
Right, that's okay. Sound check, yeah.
Good. Right? Sounds good.
Are we in tune? Sort of. My tombstone out of number 9 coal, number 9 coal. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go, go, go? Going up on the mountain, see my old lady, ain't coming by, coming by. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? This old mountain that rings like mine, that rings like mine. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? So slow, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? This old hammer, it killed John Henry. It won't kill me, it won't kill me. Roll on, buddy, with that load of coal. How can I hold when the wheels Roll on, buddy, help me make my time. I done broke down, can't make mine. Roll on, buddy, with that load of coal. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Pretty nice. Good sound. I got a great sound. Well, I hope you guys out there have a good sound too. I think we're going to go on in a few minutes, right? Why not? Yeah, let's go on. Might be a little early, but that's okay.
Coming to you from beautiful Wilkes County in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, we invite you to the musical world of the Kruger brothers. Sit back, relax, and welcome to the show with your hosts, the Kruger brothers.
Hello, everybody. Great to be back. Our second show here this weekend. Very happy. Saturday night. We're very loose.
With our special guest, Jody Call.
There he is.
Special guest Jody Call
We
again.
let him out of the box.
Yes.
I said yesterday, to have Jody closer like this is a whole different ballgame for all of us. It just makes it a little bit more intimate, and I think for the songs that we have picked for this weekend, it's a pretty good solution.
Yes, it is.
A little challenging for Peabody. I know he's there, so like looking kind of worried, but he's just doing a great job.
He takes whatever we throw at him.
Are we gonna, like you had, yesterday, pick some of our favorite tunes?
Yeah.
This is on one of my solo albums called The Bridge, and Jody talked about it so nicely the other day. Really, and there's a little piece called Indian Summer. We're soon getting to Indian Summer here.
Getting closer.
Getting closer.
There's Indian Summer somewhere.
And yeah. So I hope you enjoy this one.
it's just, we do this in sound checks a lot, just to center ourselves, you know, and
Just to feel good.
yeah, just to make
it's
us
a feel-good
good.
song.
It makes you feel good too. Now we're gonna do a world premiere.
Oh yeah.
It's a real old song, and I think we recorded it on our first bluegrass album that we ever recorded back in 1982, I think it was. I'm getting too old. 81?
81.
Are you sure?
For CBS Records, yes.
Yeah.
And it was the last song that we recorded. We recorded the entire album, and it was late at night, which had only very little. I mean, we only were 2 days in the studio for the entire album. And one of these deals, you know.
It sounds like it too.
Well, it's
No,
fun,
it's
you know.
also
We were
fun at
kids.
the
I
same
was 17. And so Uwe sang the song from John Prine,
Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah.
And it was very much, it spoke to us, the song, because our dad, he liked guns. And so we had guns laying around loaded everywhere in the house.
And we would go on Saturday mornings usually.
We could go shoot
or
things.
sometimes even on Sundays. You know, we would go to like a gravel pit. There was a gravel pit nearby,
Like a quarry, gravel pit.
down in a quarry or something, and just set up a couple of old bottles and stuff,
and just shoot.
Yeah.
We had so much fun doing that as children. And I shot my first .44 Magnum when I was 10 years old.
Oh man.
And that hurt my hand for about 2 weeks.
But it deformed your hands in a way that makes it possible for you to play banjo the way
Yes,
you do
these
now.
different little chords now are much more easy. No, anyway, but no, this just the whole sentiment of the song of how you remember your childhood, what you did, is really fantastic.
Yes. So we reworked it a little bit this week, and this is let's see if this works at all. You know, I'm very nervous right now, so let's see.
1, 2.
When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. There's a backwoods old town, so often remembered, so many times that my memories are worn. Sometimes we would travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison by Adrie's Hill, where we'd shoot with our guns and we'd shoot with our pistols, and empty pop bottles is all we would kill. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train done hold it away. Largest shovel, they tortured the timber and the stripped of land. They dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, and they wrote it all down as progress of man. When I die, let my ashes flow down the Green River, let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway in heaven and paradise waiting just a few miles away wherever I am. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train don't hold it away. My son, but you too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train don't hold it away. Mr. Peabody's coal train don't hold it away. Hold it away.
Oh, thank you. I think I enjoyed this version, Joel.
Yeah, this is a very. I like this. Yes, I think we're going to have to record this.
I think I
we
want
should
to.
get
There's something about it. This song, "May You Never," we talked about it before and we played it, but
Yeah. Gosh, this is one of the first songs I played with you guys too. Man.
was it, Joel? I
With
didn't know.
Uwe, yeah. It's back when we did that country rock gig.
Yeah, I think so.
Way back when. This is one. It's probably in one of the first sets I played with you.
Well, but I remember when you learned it
Well, the first time I really heard it was after that fight in Doniesel.
in Munich.
In Munich, yes.
Yeah.
Right on Marienplatz, there's this house, probably still is there, one of these old beer halls, infamous beer halls, and of course they're tourist traps now, and we had something to eat, something to drink there, and one of our English friends, Richie, he found out there was only like 2 fingers of beer in the stein, and the rest was foam, and he went out to complain about it, and they sprayed him with tear gas, and so we were all out there, and I was the kid. I was 18 years old, and they told me it was about 5 or 6 of them. Dennis was there, and Jim, a bunch of real English hooligan kind of type of guys,
Canadians, and
I said, let's go clean up a little bit. Uwe, you take care of these instruments. So I sat by the fountain.
You sat up
right
by
there.
the fountain with the guitars.
Yes, but I was watching all the guitars, just and they went into the Doniesel. They came out after a little while, and they cleaned up. And then Richard sat down and he sang the song. And that was the first time I heard this, and we sang it all night long. May you never lose your temper when you get hit in a barroom fight. May you never lose your woman overnight. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. You're just like a big strong brother of mine, and I know that your love is true. Never talk dirty behind my back like I know some of them do. Won't you please, bear it in mind, love is a lesson we learn in our time. Won't you please, bear it in mind for me. Head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. May you never lose your temper when you get hit in a barroom fight. May you never lose your woman overnight. that your love is true. Never talk dirty behind my back, I know that some of them do. Won't you please, bear it in mind, love is a lesson we learn in our time. Won't you please, bear it in mind for me.
Song. I really like that song. I hope you're all doing well at home and going out and starting to maybe see some music again sometime. You know, we have a concert coming up on the 6th of September.
Yes. 6th? In Asheville. Sunday, the 6th of September.
Yes, and it's of course, there's lots of social distancing involved, so it's only going to be
outside of the parking lot.
Outside on the big parking lot, and there's...
the ISIS, right?
Yeah, the ISIS. So for us, it's the first official, gig with a few people scattered around. It's going to look like a cow herd, where they have cows here and there and there. And we once played in Montana. Was that Montana?
It was.
It was Montana State
Wyoming,
Barbecue Festival.
Yeah.
And we played out on a field, and people are so used to having lots of room out in Montana that they wouldn't sit in front of the stage, right? They would scatter over this huge field. They have a little blanket with the family there, a little blanket there, and everybody had sort of his private little ranch, on this huge open field. It was a fantastic gig.
Yeah. It was one of those places where the smallest parcel of land that you can buy is a square mile. Right?
Something. Everything else is considered a parking lot.
They had some, and we met some people that thought that was pretty crowded.
Yes.
They came from out west, the farther out west than that.
Yeah. A little bit.
Thought, well, this is a little thing that we did for Ogden, right?
Yes, it's actually a melody I've written a long time ago, called Dusty Trail, and we changed it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I clawhammer it, and Dusty Trail is just where you live. On Dusty Trail is the house.
They stole my sign a few times.
More than once.
And when I tell people on the phone that's my address, they don't believe it sometimes. They think they're making fun of them. But it's a pretty neat song, I think. Let's see if I can still get this together.
One.
I wander most of my days, searching for meaning all of my ways. I'm stumbling, I'm falling, afraid I will fail, traveling along this old dusty trail. The road leads back to you, and I know just what to do. There's one thing I trust to be true. It's the love that I have for you. love of a woman, love of a man, it does not know distance, won't need a plan. No time nor location, beginning or end. One thing in life I will never understand. The road leads back to you, and I know just what to do. There's one thing I trust to be true. That's the love that I have for you. The lamp is still burning through toil and travail, at my home at the end of dusty trail. That glorious day, no dust on my boots, no dirt in my hair, no troubles or worry, pain and despair. The road leads back to you, and I know just what to do. There's one thing I trust to be true. That's the love that I have for you. The lamp is still burning through toil and travail, my home at the end of dusty trail.
Okay, here's another.
You're getting your workout there.
I know.
Banjos.
Switching banjos. This
It's like being in the gym, you know. You just
I know.
We had several requests for this one. This is one of the reasons why we put this on here, but also because it's one of my favorite tunes of all time. Yes. And I think it's the only song where I have a guitar solo where I know every note I'm supposed to play. Which is, you know.
I like the way you say you're supposed to play.
Yes, definitely.
That's kind of how I feel. I know every note I'm supposed to play too. It doesn't always work.
I know. That's when improvisation comes in.
Oh gosh.
When you hit one of the notes you're not supposed to. But Uwe once said in the workshop a very true thing. The good sounding note is often found right beside the bad sounding one. So
it's only one fret away. Yeah.
So you can sort of slide it away, sort of into something else maybe. I keep that in mind now. But this piece I written for the Roan Mountain Suite. And Roan Mountain, when I was on Roan Mountain, I visited and lots of wind, and the grass was high, and you could see all the wind in the grass up there. And I remember when I was a kid, of how I once fell asleep, laying in a strawberry field, actually looking up to the sky, and I thought I'm just going to write a melody that really reflects on this peacefulness, and this is called Slow Clouds. Mm-hmm. On that day on Roan Mountain, the clouds were rolling by really slow. It was one of these perfect days where you couldn't really tell where the skin of your arm ends and where the air begins. It's sort of, it's sort of one thing.
It was really magical. We were there in the underwoods. You remember that when we walked up that path?
Yes.
And there was really a storm going up on there, and there was the wind was still in that undergrowth.
Yes,
it was really magical.
If you ever have a chance to go to visit Roan Mountain,
oh yeah,
it's a spectacular place. You know, so this was written for so it's a song called Slow Clouds.
Slow Clouds, yes.
It's okay. I went to the.
I played one wrong note.
Yeah, me too.
Two, actually. But it's okay. It's, you know.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. I still enjoyed it.
Gives us a chance to maybe do it again sometime, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Even better. As good as that was. Oh, that's right. We do want to
Alan
mention.
and Susan Hollister were
Yes,
great.
Alan and Susan Hollister, two of our dearest friends, Dr. Alan and Susan, members of our Kruger Brother Academy, and they came out to Ogden to be with us for the Ogden premiere and everything else, and they're just great friends, and they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, so we want to send a special shout out to them and wish them well, and another 50 years of happiness and love and everything.
When we haven't been on the road for a long time, but we used to be always on the road, for years and years and years and years.
40 years.
Yeah, and we're going to be on the road again with Jody, whether he wants to or not. We'll just drag him along, and
I'm on the road again. No, we have a folk song on the program now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
is it Tom Paxton?
Tom Paxton song, but we do Doc Watson's version of it. Doc put another verse in there, and I'm going to sing that too. You know, so of course we've done this before. This is we have to start repeating some songs. I hope that you don't mind that.
Yeah, but we still want to hear your requests. You know, I mean, send them in the comments and.
I think this is Monica Shepherd's favorite song.
Absolutely.
She would always come and say, "Can you sing Leaving London?" Robert Shepherd's daughter.
So remember when we played on Merlefest, on the Merlefest stage once, you know, Jerry Douglas played with us.
Yes, Jerry
It was
Douglas
really
with
fun.
us. Yeah.
So Joel, you know what you got to do. You got to slide bass solo on this. Did you bring your slide?
My slide? No, I'm going to have to fake it, Uwe, I guess.
Let me. I got one of those tree frogs in my throat. There's a dark and rolling sea between my love and me as I ride through this cold and lonesome town. As I wished for a better day, I need a place to stay. If it's just a floor to spread my blanket down. If I could beg, steal, or borrow a ticket on some old ship or plane, I'd leave old London tomorrow, and I'd fly to my own true love again. Off and on I change my shirt just to wash away the dirt. Then it's over to American Express. Not a letter do I find. She didn't even drop a line, even though she has my forwarding address. If I could beg, steal, or borrow a ticket on some old ship or plane, I'd leave old London tomorrow, and I'd fly to my own true love again. In my room I closed the door, I spread my blanket on the floor, feeling like a man in a cell. When sleep finally comes to me, I drift across the sea to the loving arms of the girl I love so well. And if I could beg, steal, or borrow a ticket on some old ship or plane, I'd leave old London tomorrow, and I'd fly to my own true love again. they barred the door. I sang a song I knew she loved so well, and it wouldn't take me long to make up another song of a long and a lonesome farewell. If I could beg, steal, or borrow a ticket on some old ship or plane, I'd leave old London tomorrow, and I'd fly to my own true love again, and I'd fly to my own true love again. That was for Doc down in Louisiana, you know.
Yeah.
First time he
I
heard
hope
me
they
sing this
did
song
okay
was
with the hurricane and everything. Doc Grafton and his beautiful wife
and everybody down there.
Everybody, all our friends in Louisiana. Gosh, we're hoping you're all okay, and you know, God bless you. It's been a rough go of it for you guys down there.
But I remember Doc was in one of my workshops that, you know, Jens had tagged us along for a banjo thing, and where
was
it?
it? In Texas?
Texas somewhere. And
For Gerald Jones.
exactly. And I gave a guitar class, and Doc was in there, and then when the academy was almost over, Jens came over and we sang a couple of songs for them, and that was one of them. And so Doc just wrote me an email. Huh?
He was there.
Yeah, that's the first time he saw us. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't understand it.
And so he's been at every one of our academies since, you know. So Doc is just amazing. Saturday night we're going to do a little dance music. What do you think?
Yeah, let's boogie.
Definitely.
Boogie.
Old time boogie.
Here's one called, it's Angelina Baker. And when I first heard the name of that song, I thought it was Angeline the Baker, you know. But it's Angelina Baker, you know, that's her name. It's a Stephen Foster song. Actually, it's got words to it, but
Angina?
No, not Angina. Angelina. Like Angelina, but Angelina.
Angelina Baker.
Nothing to do with heart disease.
No.
Okay, I thought, yes.
Well, if you dance too fast to it, maybe.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Dancing around at home to that one. I could see you dancing in your living rooms.
Yeah.
Folks, it's been it's what a ride this year is, really.
Weekend.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have a New Year's Eve party this year.
Listen, we just make it. Let's just make it to New Year's Eve, and we can talk about
The
it.
thing is, we don't have room for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
No.
Not if we're socially distant.
Last few years, we had, I don't know, 100 people in here, in this room,
Yeah.
Maybe we just make a New Year's Eve party,
A virtual party.
a virtual one.
We can talk about that.
No, I just want to say, really, we wouldn't be sitting here at the end of August after all that's been going down, and after having no shows or anything, if it wasn't for you out there. You keep us alive in so many ways. The contributions that you send in, they're essential for so we can pay our bills and everything, and
we seriously wouldn't be here, playing shows, or we would, I don't know what we would do, but definitely not playing music, And Jody here helps us so much, playing beautiful percussion. He comes in really.
Peabody does,
yes,
but back there, and Melissa there. So I hope that you tune in again next week when we hopefully going to be back.
But we love playing. We start really like these shows, because we get used to it.
Yeah,
we're always trying new things, and it's. And we love your comments. It's seriously.
It's one of the best part of the week.
It really is. It feels like we can connect with you guys and see how you're doing.
Yeah, maybe this is our way to go high. We just try to keep a good outlook on life and have everything. Everything's going to get better. Everything's going to be good.
Yeah,
we believe that.
Yes,
we definitely.
So here's one. It's a tune that's. It was made famous by Lester Flat, Earl Scruggs, and the Folly Mountain Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And when we were kids, we listened to that and thought, oh, Cabin in the Hills of Caroline, and there's a blue-eyed girl waiting for me. And
yes, be careful what you sing about. It might come true.
Yeah.
What I really, when we were over at Robert's house, we were taking a nap after we had a pretty gruesome gig the night before, and they woke us up in the middle of our nap at 3:00 in the afternoon. And because we have guests, you got to get dressed, you got to grab your instruments, you got to go play some. And there was Jim Shoemate was sitting in the living room with his fiddle on his lap. Jim Shoemate was the guy who actually played.
He was the fiddler, and he's the uncle of Maynard Holbrook.
Maynard Holbrook's uncle, yes.
He's also a member of the Blue Ridge Music Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And he came, and he was ready to fiddle.
And he was like in his 90s already?
I don't know.
Not quite. I think he was
not quite, but he
was
his 80s anyway.
Almost as old as I feel sometimes.
But we got the instruments out, and he started off, and he played so fast. I mean, he just couldn't.
Unbelievable.
Whoa, really. But we have a version of this Cabin in Caroline, which is a little bit more moderate.
Hope to see you again next week, and thank you all.
You take care. We love you. Don't forget that.
There's a cabin in the pines in the hills of Caroline, and a blue-eyed girl is waiting there for me. I'll be going back someday, and from her never stray. I'm a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Oh, my cabin in the shadow of the pines, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Caroline. Someday she'd be my wife, and we live a happy life in my cabin in the hills of Caroline. I'm packing my grip for that long, long trip back to the hills of Caroline. I want to see that blue-eyed girl, she's the sweetest in the world. I'm a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Oh, my cabin in the shadow of the pines, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Carolina. Someday she'd be my wife, and we live a happy life in my cabin in the hills of Carolina. Take it. And when it's late at night and the moon is shining bright and the whippoorwill is calling from the hill, I'll tell her of my love greater than the stars above. I'll love her now and I know I always will. Oh, my cabin in the shadow of the pines and a blue-eyed girl way down in Carolina. Someday she'd be my wife and we live a happy life in my cabin in the hills of Carolina. In my cabin in the hills of Carolina. Hi-oh.
Broadcasting from Double Time Recording Studio in Wilkes County, North Carolina, thank you for watching and all your continued support. Please make sure and comment on how much you enjoyed the show and share it with your friends. Join us next time for another edition of The Musical World of the Kruger Brothers.